Hello out there. I am servant. I am Pisces. Got a quick shout out to the chosen ones. Need all your prayers. God's listening. He wants to hear them. Chosen ones, today is the day. If you're in it to win it. I've heard a lot of things, for me personally. The point of asking for great abundance and wealth and asking for, it's okay to ask for that and open up. You're going to feel like you're being pulled every direction. But understand that God sees in your heart exactly what it's all about. So opening up and he will see your heart's desire. Okay? So understand today you're just trying to get through it to try to make tomorrow. I can understand that. I'm going through the same thing. So hang in there. You're in it to win it. So just open up, be chill, and feel the pull all different directions and just keep going. Anyways, have a good one. Anyways, on this, what I was going to tell you about, I was talking about Tammuz and Ashtoreth, Osiris, Phoenician, and going back to Ezekiel. Well, this is a way to understand when I was speaking the other day about decrees. And I run onto this, and I told you some of it yesterday. But understand that principalities are pushing against you. They're going to make you try to believe everything except what you are told to believe, what you know in your heart to believe, and what you feel in the pit of your stomach is not your planet, okay? The point of what I'm telling you about the precepts, statutes, the commandments, and all these things that are going on, that in all the testimonies, this is your life back then, okay? And it's moved to now. Everybody says the days of Noah. Let me tell you something. All of it's the days of today's age and what's coming, okay? So I try to, put it as everybody love everybody. No matter what you got to do, I love you. If you need me to tell you I love you, I'll tell you 1,000 times because I do. The point that I'm trying to get across to you is the goodness, just the very little goodness raises your energy level, okay? Raises you up. So the point of understanding what I'm telling you about what is pushing against you on these principalities, you don't have to accept meditation, understanding your affirmation when God talks to you, and how things work out, and you see it in the real world as you're driving down the road and you're just laughing, so, and then that's you understanding that you have that one-on-one with God, okay? In faith. If you're not baptized, get baptized. If you're not saved, get saved. If you're not upside down, get upside down and saved. So just what I'm trying to tell you, it's important. I've talked to most of all the trades out there. They know that one and that's the end of it. If you're not saved in that moment, guess what? Guess who you'll be meeting? And you won't want to meet him. I can promise you that. So anyhow, let's get into this. Let me see where I'm going to start. I'll start with, let's go ahead and start with Ezekiel. This is a little lengthy, but it'll get the point across. This is Ezekiel 8. And what I'm doing is I'm running myself all the way to 14, but I'm reading it out to where you understand the whole picture. And it's the prophet's vision of the abomination in Jerusalem. Okay? Now, what's your principalities and what's going on right now? And it came to pass in the 6th year, in the 6th month, and the 5th day of the month, as I sat in mine house, and the elders of Judah sat before me. The hand of the Lord God, the most high, righteous, and loved, fell there upon me. Then I beheld a likeness, an appearance of fire, and from his loins even upward, as the appearance of a brightness as the color of amber. And he put forth the form of a hand, and it took me by a lock of mine head. And the Spirit lifted me up between the earth and the heaven, and brought me in the vision of God to Jerusalem, the most high, righteous, and loved, to the door of the inner gate, and looketh toward the north, where was the seat of the image of jealousy, which was provoked to jealousy. And behold, the glory of God, the most high, righteous, and loved, of Israel, was there according to the vision that I saw in the plain. Then said he unto me, Son of man, lift up thine eyes now the way toward the north. So I lifted up mine eyes the way toward the north, and behold, northward at the gate of the altar, this image of jealousy in the entry. He said furthermore unto me, Son of man, seest thou what they do, even the great abomination that the house of Israel commit here, that I should go far off from the sanctuary, but turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abomination. And he brought me to the door of the court, and when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall. Then said he unto me, Son of man, dig now into the wall, and when I had digged in the wall, behold, a door. And he said unto me, Go in, and behold the wicked abomination that they do here. So I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creeping thing and abominable beast, and all idols of the house of Israel, portrayed upon the wall round about. And then stood before the servant men of ancients of the house of Israel, and in the midst of them stood Jazanani, and the son of Shaphan, with every man he censer in his hand. A thick cloud of incense went up. Then said he unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark, every man in the chamber of his imagery? For they say, The Lord, the most high, righteous, and loved, seeth us not. The Lord, the most high, righteous, and loved, hath forsaken the earth. He said also unto me, Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations they do. Now this is verse 14 where this comes up to where Tammuz. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's, the most high, righteous, and love's house, which was toward the north. And behold, there sat a woman weeping for Tammuz. Then said he unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abomination than these. And he brought me into the inner court of the Lord's house, the most high, righteous, and loved. And behold, at the door of the temple of the Lord, the most high, righteous, and loved, between the porch and the altar were about 25 men, with their backs towards the temple of the Lord, the most high, righteous, and loved, and their faces toward the east. and they worshipped the sun towards the east. Then he said unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abomination which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence, and have returned to provoke me to anger. And lo, they put the branch to their nose. Therefore will I also deal in fury. Mine eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. And though they cry in mine ear with a loud voice, yet will I not hear them. Now that's the day and age you live now about what's really happening. You don't really know about all of it because, good people you hear about it, you think about it, but it's only in passing. These cults and covens and stuff like that, you got to understand that they're out there taking advantage of billions of people, principalities, okay? Principalities are pushing against your world. It's always the same old analogy with me. You have something like a bunion on your head. I don't know how you get a shoe up there. That's the point. The bunion. And they keep saying it's a bunion, it's a bunion, it's a bunion. And it's not a bunion. Can't get up there with a shoe. But understand that all these things that they're pressing against you with, your past right now is becoming present. All you have to do is take that meditation time to understand that God is talking to you. He's talking to everybody. His remnant is floating. I see it on TV. I see it as I scroll through the cell phone. People are actually waking up to the fact that what they've been told all this time was lies and just pure, evil. That's all it's all about. It's all about mammon. The point of mammon is fine. I asked for $555 trillion, but my Father knows exactly what I will do with it. I will feed millions. I will house millions. I will take care of millions of people. That is my job. That is my journey. The thing that I'm falling back on Ezekiel 8:14. Then he brought me to a door to the gate of the Lord's house. Okay? Lord's house, which was toward the north, and behold, there sat a woman weeping for Tammuz. Okay, we'll leave out of Tammuz, or out of Ezekiel because of Tammuz. And Tammuz, his name in Greek was Adonais. He was also called Phoenician. He was also called Osiris in Egypt. So, whenever it comes to pass at this point, where I'm going to go straight to the biblical dictionary, and then I'm going to give you a passage on Tammuz, and then we'll follow it back. Tammuz is Hebrew, Tammuz, a fertility god widely worshipped in Mesopotamia and Syria and Palestine, equivalent to Osiris in Egypt, and Adonais of the Greeks. His consort was the goddess Ishtar, or Ishtar, or Ashtoreth. Their cult involved licensings. It's licentiouses, which is a rite, a ritual rite, which is licentious was rites. Tammuz was supposed to have been killed by a wild boar while sheep herding his flock. His wife rescued him from the underworld. His death was taken to represent the onset of winter. The long dry season was broken by the spring rains. When he came to life again, the fourth month, the Babylonian and later the Jewish calendar was named for him, June and July. The only mention of him in the Bible occurs in the connection with a custom of the woman mourning for him, which is being observed at the very gate of the temple of the true God, Yahweh. Seemed to the prophet one of the most abominable, adulterous things. His Greek name, Adonais, is derived from the Phoenician and Hebrew word for Lord. So then we go all the way back to the point of the wife, Ashtoreth, and understanding what she had done, committed, and what he was a demon, coming out. The point of going all the way back to Ashtoreth is the decree from Lilith. Whenever the king in Esther, the very first 3 pages of Esther, the king, which was named Xerxes, and he'd come forward, and his bride, his queen, didn't show up at the party. He told a great big shindig, and the point of that was that he thought, well, if I'm a king, okay, and I have all these riches, I have all these lands, I have everything in the world, but I don't have the love or the obedience of my queen to show up and be observed at this party to show that I am truly worthy, I am a worthy king. Well, the point of it being is the understanding of being the worthy king, because look at here, he asked for it one time, then he asked a second time, and she still didn't show up. Well, you got to understand that she was being coaxed by Lilith, okay? Lilith was a big thing as far as the gathering of women to be in their own power. Has nothing to do about what you're thinking, ladies. It's not that. The thing about it is that the power that Lilith was giving her was the power to destroy her own self. Well, the king wrote a decree, okay, that all women shall be obedient to their husbands in their homes. They're the ruler of the home. Well, that didn't sit very well with everybody out there, okay? So that decree flew out there. And that come today, And these people in the principalities knew that. They knew it very well what they was doing whenever they started all this gig. What was it? Late 80s? Somewhere around there? Well, men don't want us doing this. Men don't want us doing that. Men. Well, it was the destruction for women. It wasn't the destruction for men, but it ended up destroying the man too. But if they knew that they could get y'all separated, that Satan can come in and steal your children, okay, and convert them, pervert their mind. And how many generations? So you're looking at 47, 30-something years. And then you're looking at another 50. Well, the thing about it is that as they brung all this forward upon you, the principalities that are pushing in on you, telling you're disturbed, you got all these problems, and you got gout on the forehead, whatever. You got to understand that you're your own person. These things here that they have set aside was from generations back, or thousands of years back. Your DNA code, okay, is from Adam and Eve, okay? So you have to understand that you have a code. I look at it with 2 or 3 different things that come into my mind was the point of the understanding of, reincarnation or DNA. Well, blood's thicker than water. We have spirits, okay? We have demons. We have all kinds of things going on in our world we don't see on the other side of the veil. Well, the thing about that is that you understand that your bloodline is a DNA code. And it's on the code line, they say today, that your code line reads God. Okay, God. Well, let me tell you something. You can't get no closer than that, okay, or no better than that. So you got to realize that your codes are coming from way back ago. And as you do these things, your meditation and things start popping, then you start realizing who actually you really are. These deities, these demons, these Lilith, Ashtoreth. Ashtoreth is Lilith's daughter. Okay? She's here to turn women into men and men into women. Well, is that not what we're at today from Lilith? So as you jump forward all this time, the principalities knew. Who do you say? The Knights Templar and all those people. Okay? They brung all that old knowledge. They've had it just like the Catholic Church does. Okay? They don't want you to know it. But if you explore enough into it, you understand it that you're actually a prince, a king, a queen, a princess, and your bloodline was probably of royalty somewhere down the road because, you know, back in that day, how many was there? Maybe a couple hundred million back in that day, all over the world. So you come from somewhere, but as you understand that you're going along and you're doing your precepts, you're doing your statutes, you're doing your commandments, and you're being faithful, you're helping everybody, and you see your power level go up, your energy, and your timeline rises. As you're doing as you're doing your meditation, you get the affirmations, and you understand you're starting to unlock your code. You understand that you do not have to put up with the principalities to understand that I'm my own planet, my own world. Now I understand how things are really supposed to be. Natural law. It's natural life. That's what it is. And as you keep going forward under all these things and understanding how they brung all that forward on you in today's world, big pharma, all these things that have to be produced for you to where you have to buy that thing to have to do all these things. Back in the day, whenever I was a kid, you didn't hear this stuff, okay? You didn't hear a tenth of it. But all the new gimmicks and the new things that they got that they push out on you, you have to really understand. You got to really lament the things that are really for you. When I was telling you to bring your congregation together, your community together, you've got bad people in that, and you know exactly who they are because you feel it. You see it. You may have announced it in some way. Well, that's people you're going to have to get out of the position of what they're in. Attorneys, title companies, bankers, insurance companies, whatever. Even churches. To make your community right. But it's all of you. Okay? It's all of you that is community. It's not just one. Like I said, you're all collective. Every one of you. All of you. Pray on it, meditate on it, understand what's going on because look at here, it's fixing to get tough and it's going to get bad. AI's coming in. I'm studying some more on trying to get into AI more than what I've already got. But I just want you to understand that Tammuz to be mentioned one time, okay, that he was brung out of Tartarus. And that Ashtoreth, Lilith, and all these affirmations, not affirmations, but all these deities and how decrees work by these deities coming forward, okay? There's only one God, okay? Only one God, Yahweh. That's it. Everybody will try to say God's this, God's that. Well, that's Greek, okay? The Greeks... They had a god for anything, just about like India. But the point of it being is that understand that these things that are coming upon you are not yours. You didn't know about it. Ladies, You didn't know about it. Men, you sure didn't know about it. And all they was trying to do is get you separated so they could steal your children, so they could take advantage of your children. And it's a sad fact. But guess what? Now you're being enlightened a little more about, guess what? I don't have to put up with this. Somebody comes against you, you might have to get a lawyer. You might have to get 10 lawyers. Or you might be able just to argue the issue and go on about your business and kill the issue at that time. But if you got God in your heart, Jesus on your mind, and keep moving forward in faith, whatever stands against you at this point in time, you kill it in kindness, it will flee, okay? It'll either flee or it'll get stuck. And if they get stuck, you'll see them walking down the road talking to themselves. So bottom line of it is that understand that we have our own planet. We are our own people. We're our own thing. Your husband, he's got a planet. Your wife is a planet. When y'all come together, you're unstoppable, okay? You're children of God, the Most High. And this earth was created for you to live on in abundance, in gifts and blessings, and happiness. I'm not saying that every day is going to be happy, but, the thing about it is that it is happiness. And just walk in faith, because that's all there is. Just keep going in front of you, keep going things the way they're going. But understand that you'll see Tammuz in a couple of different lights, in a couple of different ways. You'll see his wife in a couple of different lights, different ways. But just understand the decrees that these people have put on you don't serve you. And you know that. So you can't let it push in on your world. So you take your community back. Okay, you take your schools back. You take whatever you have to back. And then understand that as you're doing that, and as everybody acts upon that in the world, okay, the principalities are going to have to flee. All the goodness will start invading again. Evil, he'll run. Look, I'm living proof that he'll run. God had me. So, anyhow, I'm at 27 minutes. 28 minutes almost. So, basically, I just want to tell you all the best people in the world. You're God's children. All over the world, you're the best people in the world. Your prayers, your testimonies, your forgiveness of people. It's one other thing about forgiveness. Somebody does something to you. As soon as you take that in on your armor, as it chinks your heart and you open your heart back up, have forgiveness for them. It makes no difference what they done. Okay? Because that's a holdback for you. You don't want to hold that back. You just want to let it go. And tell the Father, hey, I have forgiveness. I forgive him. I'm ready to go on my way. But stay in it to win it. Take your meditation time. Go out and lock the kids in the barn. No, don't do that. But understand that God loves you. I love you. And I think that we're going to have a really great personal get-together as community. Now, I know it's going to get tough. I was always telling you, bring in some people, what you don't know something about, bring it in. Buy you an old CB somewhere. Because this phone thing is going to get crazy. And they know what you're doing already anyways. So it's all going to be connected. And once they get it to digitalize your whole life, there won't be no more currencies. Okay? So gold went up $4,000 something an ounce. So you can see the writing on the wall. We're 120 something trillion dollars in debt. No way to come back from that. So, anyways, just be good people. Love everybody. I love you. Love your mom and dad and your grandpas. Take care of everybody. I am servant. I am Pisces. Have a good one.